Let's put driving dynamics to one side for a moment. If we're being superficial, one of the best things about driving a sports car is the ability to turn heads. And for me, there are few vehicles as head turning and as striking as the Lexus LC500, especially this little green number. Now, Lexus isn't really known for timeless design. In fact, more often than not, their futuristic and sculpted lines tend to polarize more than they do please. But this isn't an ordinary Lexus. There's more to this LC500 than meets the eye. In fact, it's a lot like a winery. It doesn't just look pretty, it serves a greater purpose. In this case, genuinely pleasing performance.
It's called the Lexus LC500 Inspiration Series. Strip it right back and you can kind of think of it as a wealthy man's Ford Mustang Bullet. Its hero colour is this striking khaki metal green. It uses a 5-litre naturally aspirated V8 and 10-speed automatic gearbox. And it's limited in numbers.
When I say limited, I don't mean to a few hundred or even to a few dozen. I mean fewer than 10 cars in Australia. Now here, the LC500 Inspiration Series costs $205,000. That's a lot more than a Mustang, but fortunately, that's where the comparison ends. Behold, the interior.
It's a beautiful place to be, replete with a two-tone colour theme that is as pretty as it is cosy. The seats are made from the top 1% of hide and go through a special tanning process to ensure maximum softness. There's also 12-way adjustable front buckets, contrasting black leather accents for the steering wheel, dashboard, seat bolsters and centre console, along with Alcantara inserts on the door panels.
Now, as one of the first Lexus models to be fit standard with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, the clunky infotainment touchpad system is a little bit more effective than before, but let's be honest, it's still pretty clunky. The other big shortcoming with the LC500 is that of storage. There's not a lot of incidental cubbies and open spaces, and the boot area is limited to a couple of overnight bags at best. Now that's a shame because unlike many sports cars, this is one that you'd actually like to spend time in. It perfectly captures the term Grand Tourer.
And central to that is the naturally aspirated V8, a huge point of difference in this field. And it sounds amazing.
It goes well too, 0 to 100 in 4.7 seconds. But even better than that, the 5-litre V8 is a really effortless engine. It makes power everywhere and it's a really enriching driving experience. And then you get to the steering, the suspension and the ride. It's all geared towards long, comfortable miles. You may as well just be ambling along in a lounge chair. It looks like it's built for speed, but in truth, the LC500 is built for comfort.
The LC feels well put together, it's comfortable, and being Japanese, it looms as a sound future collectible. The $15,000 premium over the regular LC500 almost seems reasonable.
Now we already know that the naturally aspirated V8 engine is on borrowed time with the advent of tighter emissions regulations, and that's a real point of difference for the LC500. But that's not the best bit. While many people would see the Inspiration Series as a superficial car that you go posing in on weekends, it's actually doing it a disservice. This is a consummate Grand Tourer, much more than meets the eye.